Look at him, camcording for the church. Opus Dei, the biggest arsehole organisation in the world. Fuck the Pope! If I'm Scottish, I support Glasgow Rangers.
Oh, no wonder. No wonder.
And if I was Irish, the orange gives it away.
Bravo, vedo from Italia.
Yes, ciao Bella, come stai? Well, I was in love with a woman from Italy, and we weren't thinking of the church when we were in bed, I tell you. No way. And we weren't thinking of Jesus or Muhammad or any of these motherfuckers from the Old Testament.
Shut up, bruv. Watch your mouth.
Shut up, bruv. Shut up, bruv. I'm from London, mate. Don't tell me what to do.
You crazy, man.
Shut your mouth, bruv. I'll knock you out, yeah?
Well, it's right. I have connections with the police.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you will be
This with your face, bruv.
arrested in due course.
No,
you
no,
thick
no.
working class.
Not ask Muhammad problem. No.
You see, when you speak the
Not
truth,
ask Muhammad problem, ya
the
hamar.
Jews call these people scum and goyim. You
Not
know?
ask Muhammad problem.
Yet he'll believe in free speech if he's got a brain. Go back to your working class hovel.
Abu Ummak حيوان.
The trouble is with democracy, zombies storm the streets of London.
Fuck you.
He was probably sent by a Muslim.
حيوان.
Oh yeah.
Everybody Muslim,
Well,
not same you. You donkey.
meow.
Yes. حيوان يا حمار. هذا الجو لما يلهبك ويلهبهم.
Yes. Alibaba to you.
علي بيوشي طار رشيم. في علي بابا يوشي طار
World's
رشيم.
language, English.
يوشي طار.
See, they know they're doing wrong because they can't handle what I say. This is how scared men are of words. They actually betray themselves and reflect their own fear by attacking me or hitting me or camcording me. This is the fear that these people have followed since they were abused by a Catholic priest, almost certainly. And you can be abused in many ways. You can be abused sexually, it's called circumcision. You can be abused by words in which some arsehole priest tells you when you're that high, a little boy or girl, you're a sinner, you're bad, you know, you go to hell. And that sticks with you for 50 years. I suggest it's sticking with him now. This is how fearful they are. That's why the Nazis came about in Germany. Many of them were in fear. And actually, to their credit, they wanted to wipe Christianity off the map. It would have been a good thing, actually. Because it wasn't just Jews that were put in camps in the Holocaust. Rebellious Catholic priests.
I'll wipe you off the map as
And anybody
well.
who thought differently. We're living in the age of fascism. These people are born fascists.
Did you catch him being punched then?
They're fascists.
On that, did you catch on the film him being
They don't need Mussolini and all that, or Adolf Hitler. But every Catholic is a fascist at heart. And they will try and force something on you, if not physically, by words. Because in the Catholic Church, you can commit any crime and you will be absolved of it at the 11th hour. Some paedophile priest will come and say, oh, it's okay. It's okay that you robbed someone of £1,000. It's okay that you lied. It's okay that you cheated. It's okay that you stole. You're forgiven. That's the God they worship, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! That's the God they worship every Sunday.
I don't think they should have. Look. Here. Look, I mean, it's hard.
Didn't ask me
It's
if I want
supposed to be a free country.
Thinks it's important. The good thing about the internet is there's so much stuff on it to keep the paddies busy for the next millennia. I don't know how to press the button. Should I watch CNN or Paul Gascoigne? The Irish should free themselves from the church. But they cannot because they are enslaved by the Roman Church. As I said to a Catholic lad only last Sunday, the Catholic Church is and always will be the most evil organisation on the world. The Holocaust, the Spanish Inquisition, Northern Ireland.
Bloody Sunday.
Absolutely. On and on we can go. They'll go to church on Sunday and hate on Monday and kill on Tuesday. And then absolve themselves of it on Wednesday. Eat fish on Friday. And then like idiots pay money. It's called indulgences. What kind of idiot You know, people buy into shit. None more so than the Catholic Church. They really do buy into it. The Catholic Church introduced sex abuse in the 11th century as a way of controlling people. They're doing it today. And you've got these idiots that go to Rome and listen to the so-called Vicar of Christ, who's nothing but a German Nazi. Oh, he's spoken. Yes, we all want peace in the Middle East. Hang on a minute, there's an Allah Akbar ringing in my ears. Slightly different religion.
Oh, it's all the same.
All the same shit, Nicholas. You forgot the S word. It is. Democracy and free speech are entwined in the consciousness of us. And the Catholic Church has a big problem with free speech, as do the Muslims and Orthodox Jews. They have a big problem because they are the dictators. They are the autocrats. They don't want freedom. They don't want free thinking and living. They don't want humanity to be free. They want humanity to be up to their necks in the shit of Abraham. They want them submitting, praying, worshipping idolatry. You know, I don't read the Bible that much, but the bits I like are the Puritan bits. Thou shalt have no graven image. Ezekiel, I think it's 34 or something. Vengeance is mine. I like that bit of the Bible. Because to me that's natural and normal. You hit me, I'll hit you. But that young arsehole that came here obviously was either told by a Muslim or he's become Muslim. So the Muslims are using him. And you'll find this in our country, that Muslims will use our people against each other. But most of the converts are about as intelligent as a blade of grass. Most of them are losers. Working class who voted Thatcher only 25 years ago. Or their fathers, yeah, I voted Thatcher because she gave us a car. It's a Ford. They're American, aren't they? Yeah, I voted Thatcher because I'm a dumb fucking white working class from Hackney. The real working class, who I support, raised money for the National Union of Mine Workers, the north of our country.
You mafia for money.
And in the middle of our country, where the real men are.
For money. All Europa mafia.
There is a great movement in this country that is not being recognised by the rulers, because the rulers are running shit scared. They don't want the people to wake up.
I go for Mr.
They don't want.
I go for Mr. Donkey Samuel.
Jesus is a cowboy on Sunday afternoons. There he is. Fear is what you believe. And if you believe it, you will die in fear. This is a relevant issue, the abortion of unborn babies. What perturbs me is that Christian nutters, particularly in America, will kill doctors and nurses and claim they're not committing a murder, and yet they claim they're saving an unborn child. You don't have to be Einstein to realise how stupid these people are. Thanks to science, and it's always, usually, not always, men who front this nonsense. And this is very American. This is part of America's genocidal war, in which Christian nutcases from the United States of America will kill a doctor who can say this baby actually is going to be deformed. Science shows it. And they will deny the rights of women. And it is often women who will be against a woman's choice. These women are against women. Those two women are against women. That's why they're fronting this with those pictures. Well, you're giving my views.
No, I'm asking you for your
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that anybody who professes to follow Abraham is a child abuser. I mentioned that half an hour ago. Moses was a murderer. In case you read the Bible, I suggest you read the Bible properly. Moses committed murder.
can argue your viewpoint, but you won't answer my question.
I believe Jesus never existed. St. Paul was a misogynist. Misogynist is basically men who hate women. And these followers of Abraham have a long history of hating women. That's why they're all man-made religions. Have you ever known a woman as Pope? Of course not. It's a male dictatorship. And all this Mother Mary bullshit. If you believe in the virgin birth, you're more stupid. Anybody who believes in the virgin birth is certainly too short of a brain. Come on. How much more bullshit do people believe? So we're seeing the advent of Christian fundamentalism, a Jesus America, a camcording Paddy, and this is supposed to be the season of goodwill to all men. Do me a favour. Every time of this year, the bullshit has come out like rats out of a ship. The 25th of December is a pagan festival. It's as simple as that. It is a very northern European Valhalla pagan festival, the worship of the sun. And this Christian religion was created in opposition to Islam long before Muhammad was even born. That opposition goes on today as religious nutcases who do nothing but spout the same bullshit every Sunday lay into one another, learning nothing, saying nothing but bile, bullshit and bollocks, praying like the idiots they are. While in Iraq people are slaughtering one another, whilst in the Middle Ages 10 million white Europeans slaughtered one another, Catholics and Protestants and Orthodox, all of them, in the name of Jesus. I tell you, fucking Jesus has got so much to answer for. I'm going to have him here and say, look what you fucking did. You created all these nutters who think you're the saviour of the world, and they'll fight and kill one another and hate anybody that disagrees and think they have authority. As Karl Marx, the great Jewish Marxist, hence the term Marxism, said, religion, and he was obviously referring, I think, to the followers of Abraham. Being a Jew, religion is the opium of the masses. These people are drugged. They're a front for a Christian war, these people. Nothing more, nothing less. Science means that a woman can at least choose if the child born has a decent life. In Ireland to this day, women come to this country to get abortions because they are denied it. And the same goes for much of Catholic Europe, which is essentially a dictatorship of paedophile priests and Nazis and fascists. Don't think that fascists go around with swastikas and all this business. They could be the doctor, it could be the priest, it could be the politician, it could be the banker, it could be the guy driving the bus. They come in many shapes and sizes, but they will deny you your liberty. They literally sell their soul. They sell their soul. And the church has always pulled this line about the soul, the eternal part of every human being. That's why they pillar this 3-in-1 stuff and raise this mythical person up as a saviour. If you do believe this man existed, I suggest you read the New Testament properly. Know ye not that ye are gods. That is something that is attributed to him. But I believe that nobody would have walked around as like now. None of you are actually writing on a piece of paper, oh, he's saying this. And as I mentioned an hour ago, most of the New Testament was written at least 80 to 150 years after the events of Calvary. And Calvary translates as a cemetery, where you bury people. Now anybody with half a brain knows that when you die, you don't actually die instantaneously. It's a part of your anatomy that dies. It might be your heart, it might be your lungs. And then within 30 seconds or a minute, because there's no blood or air going to your brain switches off. So when you die, and die you will, your astral plane and your spirit starts to leave death. That is why these death cult religions of Islam, Christianity and Judaism are based on the fear of living and on the fear of death. When you die, and die you will, is not a moment to be fearful. Those of us New Agers are battling hard against the church to say to you, lift yourself up, rise and rejoice against the demons that is the church and Islam and Judaism. Free yourself from idolatry, free yourself from belief and think. Read, learn, understand, and know the enemy is the church, the Roman Catholic Church, a Nazi fascist organisation which only recently recognised the state of Israel. Only in the last few years, as if the Holocaust didn't happen. Of course it happened, but world Jewry wants to make it into an industry of sympathy. And by doing that, with or without the jihadis, they bring about more of what they could get. My Jewish friends would be with me on this one. We never get Orthodox Jews coming here. The Messianic types. Actually, in Egyptian language, the word Messiah translates as crocodile fat. How many people know that? I do, because I don't read the Bible too much. I got rid of my Bible years ago. It's a very boring book. It may be the best-selling book in the history of humanity, but that was sort of before the 19th century, or thereabouts. We live in a modern world. We should debunk these religious nutcases as sad losers. Often middle-aged men who have nothing better to do. Don't be conned by the dress. You know, don't be fooled by a Muslim walking around thinking he's in Saudi Arabia with a cold wind blowing up his arse. Don't be impressed. If they knew something, as the book says, by their fruits, you would know. You would recognise. You know there are very few people in the world who've taught you anything. I went to private school. It's a pile of rubbish. But they teach us public schoolboy things that the working class can never get. It's not just cricket and cups of tea. It's what makes us slightly better. You're very you know stuff when you hear it, when you feel it, when you see it. You know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And until the truth is revealed, and my battle, my war of words is against all Jews, all Christians, and all Muslims, then you can be free. Although I think Muslims don't want to be free, and I don't have a problem with that. If they want to submit and practice their religion of peace in our country, I see no problem with 95% of the Muslims. You see how they shout abuse at me?
You're racist.
You see the abuse that comes from this Muslim. Did I mention race? No, he did.
What, Buddha, Chinese? You mentioned Christian, Jew and Muslim. I forget all
This is a war, ladies and gentlemen, a war of words and intelligence and rational thinking, which means that idiot is right out of it. Why don't you go and drive a bus and do something useful?
I don't drive bus, I drive the camel.
Because he is still battling with the fundamentalism that some imam imposed on him as a young boy in his country. He's still dealing with it. He's hurting. I know him fairly well. He is hurting. He needs love, and he needs a can of Coca-Cola made in America.
No. That was my brother. You know my brother.
You can see when men hurt, they become aggressive, angry. I'm angry. Not just because I've been hurt, but it's also in my astrology.
Take a breath.
I have Mars in Uranus. I'm talking about the very special planet in the solar system.
Can you take the hat off?
Uranus. Mars is aligned with Gemini. You don't want to mess with me when I've got Mars and Gemini in Uranus. And those of you who dismiss astrology are so wrong, because you were born. And each one of you, as any astrologer will tell you, you're not even male or female, you're a birth chart. You were born, you incarnated at a very, very special moment. And I believe this was divinely ordained. Because all men are like sperm, going around, I've got to be first, get out of the way, I want that bitch, get out of the way. There's a battle going on all the time, inside the human body and outside.
Did you have the nightmare?
Many astrologers were butchered, murdered, tortured by the Catholic Church, of course, particularly in Europe. Did you know that John Dee, the great Welsh seer, was an astrologer to the greatest queen this country ever had, Queen Elizabeth I? And in her sacred war against the Church, aka the Spanish Armada, just think what an awful country this would be if the Spanish Catholic had conquered this sacred land in 1588. And England was a very small, weak northern European state. The strong countries in the 16th century were France and Spain and the Catholic Church. Don't forget, all Catholics send these Protestants to hell. They don't even bother attacking Protestants. But the Protestants stopped protesting long ago. Long ago. We live in incredibly opportunistic times. The Mayan calendar kicks in next year. The prophecies from the indigenous of Central America. I've been to Mexico. These are prophecies that outstrip the Bible, that predate the Bible, that are far superior than any Bible-bashing Protestant nutcase or fascist Nazi Catholic. They will literally put Europe in the shade. And Europe was originally a Greek god, a Greek male god. The word Europe doesn't refer to this geographical area of the world that we call France, Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, Sweden and so on. Europe was a male Greek god. And as you all know, from ancient Greece came democracy. Democracy